Kilarigbo Live TV.
And they have been involved in recent killings of rival cult members. We have our investigation, we have their confessional statements, and immediately after this parade, they are going to be arraigned in court. We also have a case, like I said, I'm just running through a few of them. We also have a case of conspiracy, kidnapping, and unlawful possession of human arms. So we arrested these people with human arms right in Ikorodu. They were going on a motorcycle, and the police, based on reasonable suspicion, accosted them. Immediately they cited the police, they ran into the bush, but were able to follow in hot pursuit and were able to get them arrested and recovered the human arms. This happened in Ikorodu, and our investigation revealed that one of the suspects was actually our suspect some years back and was detained in our cell. But when NSAS happened, he escaped from the cell. So far back then during the NSAS protest, he escaped. But this time around, while committing another crime, he was arrested. The suspect is right here with us. I'd also like to quickly talk about a case of conspiracy, kidnapping, and unlawful possession of firearm and ammunition. This is also in Ikorodu area of Lagos, where a kidnapping syndicate that has been terrorizing the people of Ikorodu were actually the people in the community got wind of their movement and called the police, and we swung into action and were able to arrest these people. This particular syndicate terrorizes Ikorodu to Redeemed Christian Church of God back gate in Ogijo area of Ogun State. They covered that axis, but thankfully we've been able to get them arrested and recover their firearms. Some of them are here on display. We also have a case of conspiracy and armed robbery. These people specialize in attacking people in Ikorodu, and they've been able to cut away so many motorcycles, electronics, laptops, even cell phones. But we're able to swing into action and we recovered some of these things. We have some iPhone Pro Max, some iPhone 7, and some Samsung phones. They are also here. Conspiracy, this is a case of conspiracy, receiving of stolen property, and stealing. So our operatives were able to arrest the trio of Emeka Kalu, 52 years of age, Emeka Jefferson, 46 years of age, and Christian Order, age 35. This gang specializes in breaking into shops and stealing parked vehicles. So for people who park their vehicles, you need to put security features. Most importantly, pedal lock. It's unbeatable, pedal lock. So these people steal vehicles from where they are parked and break into people's shops. We've been able to arrest them and recover from them a total of 6 generators, 5 television sets were recovered from them. Also, from their receiver, there's somebody they actually keep these things with before they eventually sell. We're able to get there to and arrest the receiver. Also, in the receiver's place, we're able to get 2 grinding machines, 2 televisions, 1 home theater, and 3 generator sets. And before I round off, I would like to talk about this case of suspected cultists too. There is this notorious cultist in faraway Ikorodu. He's known as Coco Senior. That's his nickname, Coco Senior. But we've been able to arrest him. He's actually the most senior member, or like they call it, the number one of Aye Confraternity. He was initiated into the cult in 2016, and we've been able to arrest him and some of his cohorts. We have Ibrahim Saka, aged 26 years, Olayinka Kudus, 22 years, Taufik Agoro, 38 years, Babatunde Otasonya, 23 years, Cletus Monday, 31 years, and Bamdele Godwin, aged 28. All of these people have been arrested and will be prosecuted immediately after this parade. We also have a case of conspiracy and stealing. These people are not from Ikorodu. These people operate in Igondo. They use their guns and attack people and strip them of all valuables they can find on them. So we're able to arrest Ugochukwu Onyenuforo, age 30 years, Ramon Ogundele, 32 years, Yaro Ndudu, 25 years, and Abiodun Usman, 30 years. In the Igondo area, they use their dangerous weapons to attack bars, especially bars at night. And we moved in and were able to recover their weapons, recover lots of phones from them, and also recovered 2 international passports. You can see them on display there. So definitely they robbed somebody of his valuables, and the passports too are here. We have a case of conspiracy and murder, and armed robbery. Sorry, like this the second Uber case I told you about. The Uber driver was attacked. His car was snatched, but we are able to arrest the driver and we are able to recover the vehicle. This case is quite important. Okay, let me leave it for last. We also accosted some drug pushers. This was based on information from a concerned citizen, which we truly commend. A concerned citizen saw people loading drugs into the vehicle and they reached out to the police and we swung into action. This happened in Alaba International Market of Lagos State. So we swung into action and were able to recover this cache of hard drugs and we have been able to arrest the suspects, and immediately after this parade, we are handing over the suspects and the drugs to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, so that they do due diligence for that case. And lastly, before I round off, you would recall that sometime in March, precisely on the 19th of March 2023, in Ikeja, an elderly couple was murdered in their house. Yes. An elderly couple was murdered, and the murderer scattered away lots of valuables, phones, money. We are yet to ascertain the exact amount, but they went away with lots of money in dollars and in naira. And we've been investigating since then, painstakingly. So based on our intelligence and our investigation, we've been able to arrest Wale Adeyemo, age 37, and Kingsley Chibueze, age 26. So Wale was the driver of the couple, and during the cash crunch, when there was scarcity of cash, the driver approached the elderly couple and requested to be paid off. He said he was no longer interested in working for them, and the elderly couple indeed paid him off. But in less than 2 weeks, he had squandered the money. And being an insider who knows their movements and everything about the house, he recruited Kingsley Chibueze, 26 years old, and they stormed the couple's house and gruesomely murdered the couple and also attacked the housemaid. From the attack, it was obvious their intent was also to kill her, but she survived. When we got wind of that case, the police quickly went there, rescued the housemaid, took her to the hospital, and she's responding to treatment now. Unfortunately, the elderly couple died, but he has been arrested. There's a third suspect that we are trying to get. He also participated. There were 3 people that attacked the couple that day, so we have 2, and we don't want to keep them for too long. The case has to go to court while investigation continues on the third suspect, and we assure Nigerians that we are going to get them. From all of this, the most important point is that we appreciate Lagosians for always reaching out to the police whenever they see something, because that has helped us. More than half of the cases we cracked there are due largely to information from members of the public, so we encourage people to go on to give us this information. And like I said, immediately after this parade, all of these suspects, so that we won't be guilty of over-detention, will be charged to court immediately. Thank you very much. She's a receiver. She's a receiver. I told you about a case where people break into shops, cut away things, and go and keep it somewhere before they now come back to sell after things must have cooled off. So it's also an offense to be the receiver of stolen property. She knew it wasn't alien to her. She knew what she was receiving, and she cooperated with them.
Outside here, can we take the story that happened in Ikorodu was the update where they found 3 children dead inside a jeep.
Yes. The father of the children has requested to be given the corpses to go and bury in his hometown, and so the paperwork is being done. There are steps to be taken, there are affidavits to be sworn, there are letters to be written, and so once all of that has been perfected, all of these things have been perfected, the corpses will be released and they can go ahead to bury.
Arrest? Have you done any arrest?
Well, we took the owner of the jeep, that's the landlord of the apartment, we took him into protective custody. It is important to state here that it is protective custody, just to save him, because people wanted to lynch him just for being the owner of the vehicle. Some accused him of carelessness for leaving the car door open, but I wouldn't call it arrest now. Investigation would unravel if it was deliberate on his part to make the children get trapped in the vehicle. But as it is now, no arrest has been made.
Okay, sir. The Okada video viral. The video that went viral. What's the update, sir?
Yeah, the CP visited that scene, visited the boy that was injured in that encounter, and spoke with the leadership of the market and assured them that the case was being looked into. And at the end of the investigation, anybody found guilty will be dealt with appropriately. Even after that, the market leadership came to the headquarters to see the CP, and they confirmed to the CP that another team from State CID visited after the CP to actually get the statement from the boy and from some other witnesses. So I can tell you that it's an active investigation that is ongoing, and at the end of the investigation, anybody found culpable will be dealt with accordingly.
Kilarigbo Live TV.